All right, we have Fabio Cherant back on the show. He is back in action January 25th at Cage Titans 47. He takes on Carlton Little. Fabio, good to see you, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. So I got to see you for a few moments in person back in October after the UFC event. It was a crazy night of fights. You were waiting for a cab or an Uber or something out there. We crossed paths for a couple seconds.
Did we talk?
We did. I guess.
That tells you a lot.
Yeah, it was quite a night. It was quite a night, and the local talent, at least on the card, performed very well. How did you? I mean, just based on the conversation, you enjoyed your night in Boston, but how did you enjoy the night of fights at the Garden?
Broke my heart, man. I loved it because my coach Joe Lozon won, my teammate Randy Costa won, and I got to see a couple other Boston guys fight too, and man, it just broke my heart because my intentions were to fight on that card if I won my fight in July, obviously. But the environment was just amazing, and I can't wait to be there. I can't wait to be there. It was an eye-opening experience because that was the first ever UFC event I ever went to. So it was amazing.
Safe to say it fired you up a little bit, kind of gave you a glimpse of, where you want to be?
For sure.
What else did you take away from that night?
Not nothing really, man. It's just a fight on a bigger stage, It's nothing crazy that I haven't seen, but just the environment itself for the organization and everything is that's the only thing I started doing this for, and but I can't really explain it, the feeling I had throughout the whole time, but it was a cool time.
So the last time we saw you compete, it was on the Contender Series. You took on Aleksa Camur. It was a hell of a fight, but in the end, he lands the flying knee, finished the fight in the second round. Clearly not the result you wanted it or had hoped for, but were you able to at least take something away from that experience despite not getting your hand raised?
Look, I went out there. I was the underdog. I knew I was going to be the underdog. And the first round, we felt each other out, blah, blah, blah. And then I think I still landed decent amount, I was doing all right the first round. And then the second round was built for us me and my team was built for us to pick things up, start putting the pressure on and opening up more, and when I connected with that cross, I thought I had rocked him enough to just go in careless, and I kind of went against what I said I was gonna do, go in careless, guns blazing. It's not what I wanted to do, and I kind of went in overzealous, and just boom, they got caught. I mean, this is not much I can do, How do you prepare yourself for that? Can't really prepare for it. Just back to the drawing boards and get ready. Start from the first step again.
Well, it's a new year. It's a fresh set of downs, so to speak, and now you get back in there in a couple weeks' time, get that taste out of your mouth. I mean, that was your first loss in a long time since your amateur debut in June of 2016. How excited are you to just get back in a cage and fight again after that night?
You don't even know, man. It's 2019 was a really crazy, weird year for me because I went from 2018, I fought 4 times that year. I almost fought 5 times, but then I was like, I need a break. This is crazy, And then I fought in November, and that was my last fight up until July. I was supposed to fight in March, but some stuff happened with my opponent where, they pulled him, and I didn't fight. And then obviously I broke my jaw in my last fight, so that delayed me more, And it's just like I fought 1 time last year, and it really drove me crazy because That's not what I want to do. I'm 25 years old, newly 25, and I want to fight as much as possible and just keep growing and learning, And this hurt, like sitting on the sideline, not being able to fight and watching all my teammates fight, and it's just now it's time for me to get back in there, and I'm so excited.
How long did it take you to recover from the broken jaw and get back in the gym?
So it's 6 to 8 weeks, they said, and so something happened where I had to puke, so I had to cut my wires, and I went back to get it put back in after like 2 weeks, and they were like, so I had it for 2 weeks, and then I cut it, and then I went back like 2 days later to get it rewired, and they're like, you don't need it, your jaw's healing up fine, and then so it happened July 30th. I think by August, September 1st, I was eating food again, and man, that was a weird experience, learning how to chew food again, because like my whole, like everything down here was just completely numb, and like my teeth, everything, it was a weird process, but hey, you just, there's nothing, like I said, there's nothing you can do about it. You're gonna die somehow, right? Why not do it with something you love?
Do you appreciate your favorite foods a little bit more now after overcoming that?
God, yes. Yeah, I kind of went on a on a terrible binge, just eating crazy, and finally, like after like 3 weeks of that, I just kind of snapped back out of it, and I was eating regular again, So yeah, hopefully that never happens again.
There you go. And now you get Carlton Little next. I was actually at his fight last January at CES when he took on Yorgan De Castro, and Yorgan got the unanimous decision win. It's just, kind of crazy doing my research and just see where Yorgan was then to where he is now. He's getting ready to fight Greg freaking Hardy in March.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Carlton is a guy that you're a little bit familiar with. How do you like this matchup from a stylistic perspective?
Look, I train with the best guys around in New England, so there's nothing crazy, like some of my like training partners that have been doing this for way longer than I have, way long when I was in elementary school, probably, you know what I mean? So nothing this guy's gonna throw at me, and unless it's a flying knee, nothing this guy's gonna throw at me is gonna be like, oh shit, I didn't see that coming. Especially in the light heavyweight division, it's rare you find somebody that is very athletic, that can move like myself or my last opponent, and I just see this fight being me, like I going back to cool, calm, collected, not getting overzealous, and just doing my own thing. And if I see an opening, I take it, but I'm not gonna get crazy, And I feel like this fight's just gonna be him trying to go guns blazing and just make him miss and make him pay,
Are there any things that you're doing mentally to make sure you don't fall back into that trap of getting overzealous? I mean, I remember having the conversation before the Contender Series fight. You told me that exact thing, and then you land the cross, and it's almost a natural instinctual reaction to do that. But you obviously have learned your lesson. But is there anything that you're doing in the gym or doing something mentally to prepare you for that moment in case you do clip them, and to keep yourself calm, cool, and collected, like you said?
Yeah, no, not really. It's to well, yeah. Like I said, how do you get prepared for something like that? How do you mentally? It's just like nothing has changed. I'm not hurt. I'm not down. I mean, I was a little bit after the fight because I lost. I don't like to lose. Who does? Yeah, I was down a little bit, but like after I realized, I'm like, dude, nobody else is doing this shit. Like, what do I have to be upset about? I lost. Like, I lose every day, and it's just another thing I gotta learn. And it's another learning experience, and I'll be back, and I'm just, It's weird. It's weird. Like mentally, I'm in a good place. You know, I don't think has that fight ever really, besides like actually being at the UFC event and like in Boston and seeing stuff. No, mentally, the fights never haven't really gotten to me that bad. You know, like I joke around about it. I'm like, hey, fucking, like you see my teammates making fun of me. Don't get flying lead and stuff like that. It's life. You know, I can't really dwell on shit I can't control. You know, it's just move on from it. That's the best answer. Just to move on and learn from it and never let it happen again.
Does it feel a little bit nostalgic, fighting for Cage Titans again? I mean, you spent your entire amateur career fighting for Cage Titans. It's where you built yourself up. It's where you made your mistakes. It's where you learned about, the crazy MMA game before turning pro. Is there sort of a throwback feeling knowing you're back at Memorial Hall in a little over 2 weeks' time?
And you ask Mike Pover, since my pro debut, I've been trying to fight for him. Obviously, like schedule-wise, we couldn't make anything happen. And then after this fight, I told him I texted him. I think we were driving in the car together because I was helping him out, helping him set up for the show. And I was like, Mike, I'm cleared, like very soon. You need to find me an opponent, blah, 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 this and that. Like, I'm fighting for you. Like, there's no questions asked. I'm fighting for you. Find me an opponent. I'm there. And our first opponent that we had set up, I was supposed to go down a weight class. And my first opponent that we had set up pulled some stunts. And we had to move on and find Carlton. And but the fact that I'm going back to Plymouth is amazing because the environment itself is crazy. I'm not sure if you've been there or not. It's like being in a coliseum. You know, the way that the place is set up. You can just look all around you. People screaming, saying crazy stuff, and I just love it. I feed off of that stuff, and I can't wait. No disrespect to CES, I plan on if I'm not in the UFC. But by then, I plan on fighting for them as well. I just want to fight as many times as possible, whatever card. Well, in New England, it's just CES and Cage Titans I'm fighting for, no other promotion. And then, obviously, LFA, like any other promotion that I have the opportunity to fight on, I will. But right now, Cage Titans CES is my home.
How do you plan to reintroduce yourself to the Cage Titans audience against Carlton Little on January 25th? How do you see this all going down? How do you see this all playing out? How do you get your hand raised?
With a bang. I can't make any predictions because I'm like I said, I'm never good at predictions. Every time I said I'm gonna knock him out, I choke him out. And just get ready for it. I'm coming with a bang. I'm starting off this new year right. And starting off fresh and just gonna make a statement. That's the only thing I can say, that I will be the one to make the statement. I will put a stamp on the card, and just for people there watching, just get ready for some excitement. No pulling guard, no getting flying knee. It's just I'm just ready to have fun, man. It's been too long. I need fun in my life, and that's fun for me. Like I can go out all the time to parties and stuff. It's not fun anymore, I kind of think I ruined all that stuff for myself when I was like 21. Now I'd rather have fun by fighting on Friday or Saturday night. That's fun for me. The whole process of being out there in Vegas, man. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't like jittery. I was just like, man, I belong here, bro. It's just crazy. I was telling my coach was like, shut up, dude. You're not there yet. I'm like, nah, man, this is me. This is what I belong doing. And it's time to climb that road again, and get back up there. And it's going to happen. Hopefully by the summertime. That's my goal. Summertime to be in the UFC.
There we go. I like it, man. So I'm excited. I'm curious. Was it weird fighting on the Contender Series? Like not because of the moment being under the bright lights and Dana and all that stuff, but CES, just the way that the arenas are set up and Twin River and stuff. You get a few hundred people in there, but it's way less inside the UFC Apex where you guys fought, like there's probably 30, 50 people in there. You can hear a pin drop in that
No,
place. Was it kind of weird?
there was a lot of people there.
Was it really?
Yeah, I had 15 people there myself, and I just so it was actually pretty cool, because I could hear my corners and everything like that, and like even like the whole process after I got flying kneed, I tried to roll over and tried to do my own stuff. I could hear my coaches saying stuff to me on what to do, but all I could think about was the pain in my jaw. That's how like quiet it was. But like on the other hand, you could hear people screaming, say like cheering and stuff like that. But there was one point, it was actually funny. We were moving around. My coach goes, "Hey, Fabs, throw something down the middle. Throw something down the middle." He's not moving his head. His coach goes, "Aleksa, move your head. Move your head." And like inside, I chuckled a little bit. I couldn't show it out, but I thought that was the funniest thing ever. That's how quiet it was. Both corners could hear each other, but like that didn't bother me at all. Once I'm in there, I cancel everything out. It's just probably one of the first fights I was able to clearly hear my corner talk to me and tell me what to do, and it was a cool experience. Do I want to do it again? No. Will I do it again? Yes. I'm trying to avoid the Contender Series, but if I have to, I'm about it. I'm not gonna let it get past me again, though. It's gonna be a different year.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. You're 4-0. You're knocking on the door of the UFC. You were, it's just crazy to think about. And you're just getting started. You're only 25 years old. And, I think a lot of people, especially in New England, are looking very forward to seeing what 2020 looks like for you. And it all begins on January 25th. Cage Titans 47. Fabio Cherant, our guest, taking on Carlton Little, light heavyweight bout. Fabio, always appreciate the time, man. Maybe next time we run into each other face to face, you'll remember that conversation, but be that as it may.
Catch me sober.
I didn't want to say anything. You said it, but it's all good.
But, hey, I got nothing to hide. I'm 25 years old. I'm a young kid. I like to enjoy myself sometimes. So, but yeah, for sure. If you're around on any of these promotions, I'm there. For sure, we got to have a chat in person,
Yeah, love to do it, man. Let the folks know where they can find and follow you on social media, the web, any shout-outs, anything else you want to get off your chest. The floor is yours, sir.
Follow me on Instagram, Buffalo MMA 8, or friend me on Facebook, which is just my name, Fabio Cherant, and just a shout-out to my gyms, 401 Boxing, Lausanne's MMA, Triforce, Compete Strength and Conditioning, and my teammates that help me get ready for all of my fights. Like I said, from every interview, if it wasn't for my teammates, I wouldn't be in the position I am today. Like from them making fun of me to telling me I suck, I pull guard, all that stuff like that. If it wasn't for that stuff, it just keeps me level-headed and I don't get crazy and get cocky and act stupid, So without them, this wouldn't be possible. So I just want to thank them and give them a shout out.
Good stuff, man. Incredible attitude. You're, finding silver linings, making light of the situation, and I think we can all appreciate that. Thank you, Fabio. All the best to you on January 25th.
Thank you, sir.